Good evening. Would everybody please join me in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Welcome to our second December meeting. Thank you for everybody who joins us in person and online. To start with, everyone knows December is Learn a Foreign Language Month, something we excel at here in Jericho under the guidance of our curriculum associate, Dr. Lionel Chan, who sets the bar very high. I know I saw him before. He was here. He sets the bar very high with his fluency, and I think it's like 5 or 6 languages. We are proud of our focus programs in French, Spanish, Italian, and Chinese, all of which we began offering in middle school and continuing through advanced placement classes, where on average 40% of our seniors sit for an AP exam in classes taught by Madam Kennedy, Mr. Vitorino, Ms. Contreras, Ms. Lee, and Ms. Hahn. And we, of course, also offer introductory languages in our elementary schools. Given all that, it breaks my heart to say, in Feliciter Latina Amplius non probitur, which our students will never know translates to, unfortunately, Latin is no longer offered. Secondly, I'd like to thank our building grounds people. As everyone knows, we had a nice snowstorm last weekend, and they had everything ready for an on-time opening on Monday morning. As a parent, we thank you. As our children, they hate you, as they are in search for that eternal wish for a snow day. Couple of quick items. School will be closed beginning this Wednesday the 24th through Sunday, January 24th for whatever holiday and other event you'd like to celebrate. Hopefully, everyone has a great time. You should have received the email.
I want to say January 5th.
What did I say?
24th.
Oh, Sunday, January 4th.
I'll take it.
Right. Sorry, you owe us 186 days, Mr. Hartnett. Registration for our pre-K lottery is now open. It's my understanding the drawing will be on January 21st, so if you are interested, please submit your application. Propel Energy. This is a project you've heard it talked about at a couple of our meetings in the past. It's about extending power lines and bringing additional power to Long Island. As we talked about a month ago, the superintendent and the assistant superintendent talked to several executives at the companies that are leading that effort. There is a presentation on our website, which is the presentation they used. Please learn about it. If it goes ahead, there will be an impact to the operations of our district, mostly related. We will of course, work with anyone, with the organizers of the project to minimize any disruptions, but if the project goes forward, there will be disruption. It's unclear what that will look like. We just wanted to keep our community informed, so that presentation is on our website. And we appreciate any feedback on this topic as we do on any other topic. Final issue where I shall pontificate for a second. It's not exactly new, but we are going, and several people in the district are making an attempt, hopefully finding some new ways, and Ms. Sien, your input is always great, to motivate our students to support their classmates, whether it's sporting events or drama performances or musical concerts. We understand that our students have multiple commitments and are pulled in neat directions. However, being part of this community means supporting this community, and I hope with some of these new initiatives, we can be more successful in convincing our students to see that seeing their classmates perform in whichever area is a good and enjoyable use of the time. Just as an example, I had one of our star basketball players suggest we hold a board meeting before a game or at halftime to draw a crowd, but I had to explain to him that he clearly overestimated the crowd sizes. But please, all ideas are welcome. With that, we would love to move on to our student presentations. I'd like to welcome Mr. Nigel Cunningham and Arya Dar for the middle school update.
Hello. Good evening. My name is Nigel Cunningham.
My name is Arya Dar.
And we are the 6th grade student council representatives.
It is a pleasure to be here. It is a pleasure to be here this evening
Empathy is our SEL theme of the month. Empathy is the ability to understand and share another person's feelings, experiences, and perspectives. Essentially, put yourselves in their shoes. Our next nest period will be held on Tuesday, December 23rd, and discussions will focus on how students can exhibit empathy.
And what a great segue to the season of caring, kindness, and fundraising. Our Student Council Service Club will be going to the Ronald McDonald House, a home away from home, that provides free temporary lodging and support for families with seriously ill children receiving treatment at nearby hospitals. The Student Council held a bake sale on Friday, December 12th and Tuesday, December 16th. The proceeds will be donated to the Ronald McDonald House in New Hyde Park. Members of the Student Council will be visiting the house tomorrow to deliver an impressive donation and receive a tour of the facility.
Our community service clubs show how much they care by hosting a food drive to support Long Island Cares. There are collection boxes in the middle school attendance office, front lobby, Sam Springer Gym, and room 207. They're collecting non-perishable food items until tomorrow.
It is said that ogres are like onions because they have layers. Well, many of our students also have many layers. One layer, acting chops. These actors entertain the masses during performances for Shrek which on Thursday, December 4th and Friday, December 5th. Kudos to Miss Delibra and Miss Scalera and all the castmates. It was an excellent show.
Dr. Brush has been facilitating classroom presentations for the 6th grade on Aaron's Law this week. The ultimate goal is to provide awareness, assistance, and resources to students, parents, and teachers about sexual abuse, exploitation prevention classes.
In other news, leaders are not only people who inspire and influence others. Leaders is also an acronym for how students can intervene to help prevent bullying. In the past 2 weeks, middle school Brave Ambassadors have visited the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade elementary classes to discuss the importance of being upstanders and how to utilize the leader strategy. It has a wonderful experience.
On Monday, December 8th, the Jazzy Winter Night concert held in the Little Theater was a spirited performance. Our last day of school will be held on December 23rd.
And with a special thank you to the 2025 calendar, school will not resume until January 5th. We hope you have a happy holiday and a restful vacation.
Then I'd like to welcome up Miss Emma Zhu, who I'm told is flying solo this evening, so we're going to give her all of our attention.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emma Zhu, Student Council Co-President, but today, unfortunately, Deb is not with me, so please bear with me. Starting off strong, our annual fashion show raised over $4,500 for the Cohen's Children's Hospital. You could basically consider us the next Victoria's Secret runway show. General Student Council recently wrapped up our annual toy drive with help from National Honor Society and other schools in the district. We were able to donate hundreds of toys for children this holiday season. Continuing the holiday fun, we are also excited for our upcoming Spirit Days for the following days until break begins. Tomorrow will be Ugly Sweater Day, Monday will be Holiday Pajama Day, and Tuesday will be Holiday Spirit with accessories. Tuesday, December 23rd, is also Jericho's annual volleyball tournament, where select students from each gym class will compete against each other tournament style in a series of volleyball games, which is also my personal favorite event of the year. After break will be course information night from 6 to 8 p.m. on that Thursday. Annual Family is also approaching, where students can enjoy a night free of homework and tests and go out with their families to different local restaurants that are giving discounts. More information is to follow. Continuing on, the Spanish Honor Society visited the Hempstead Hispanic Civic Association last Thursday to celebrate the holiday season. Jericho High School members donated various gifts to the children in the after-school tutoring program with whom we have partnered since last year. We are grateful for our partnership and thankful to all the high school students who shared joy by donating gifts. Special thanks to Ms. Contreras and Ms. Egan for organizing the event, the student who volunteered tutoring time, and also the 12th grader Aiden Cosgrave, who dressed up as Santa Claus and brought holiday cheer to the children. The English department is preparing students in grades 9 to 12 to participate in the annual Jericho High School Poetry Out Loud competition tomorrow. And in the social studies department, we want to first congratulate our debate teams for strong results early in the season. In Lincoln Douglas, 4 students are fully qualified for states with 10 earning half qualifications. As for public forum, 7 students are fully qualified, with 2 more half qualified. It's a great start to the season for Mr. Ayer's debate team, and much more is still ahead. As for the science department, it's always a big winner. We had approximately 60 students participate in an in-house remote science Olympiad competition on December 5th. And in the research class, 8 of our research students were selected as national semifinalists in the National STEM Festival. Students are working with Mr. Silva and his students to create videos to submit for the chance to be one of 2 students representing New York State at the Washington, D.C. conference. 10 of our Jericho research seniors earned top prizes at the SAAWA 12 Science Fair. Notably, Anish Mahari won Best in Fair in Mathematics, Surya Santhakumar and Jason Huang earned first place in Engineering and Technology, and China earned second place in Biology, and Sharanya Shmugal earned second place in Artificial Intelligence. And to wrap things up, some highlights from the athletics. The indoor track season opened with several standout performances. Sonia Nye placed first in the shot put in her very first winter track meet. Edison Lee captured the win in the 1,000 meter. Dor Hisseni was a double champion, taking first place in both the high jump and hurdles. Derek Sun earned a second place finish in the 300 meters, and freshman Adeline Zhao placed third in the high jump. Tonight marks the second meet of the season, and we are excited to see what unfolds for the new events in Format B. As for boys varsity swimming, it's currently 2-0 in the season, and Tommy Yuan qualified for the NYSPHSAA, sorry for that mouthful, championship meet in the 100 butterfly, and the team also captured first place at the 2025-2026 Coaches Relay Carnival. That wraps up our report for tonight, or my report for tonight. Happy holidays, everyone, and we can't wait to see you in the new year.
And then for our final update, we have the president of the PTA Joint Council, Ms. Aileen Gingold.
Good evening, Dr. Kravitz, members of the Board of Education, Central Administration, faculty, staff, and community members. My name is Aileen Gingold, and I am the president of the Jericho Joint PTA Council, and it's my pleasure to be here tonight. The Jericho Joint PTA Council had the opportunity to host Mr. Mike Hahn and Mr. Victor Manuel last Monday. We engaged in thoughtful and informative discussions regarding the renovations taking place across our district buildings, as well as updates on upcoming projects. We gained a greater appreciation for the many essential improvements that may not always be visible, yet are critical to the safety, functionality, and longevity of our schools, such as windows, security cameras, lighting, and electrical systems. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Mike Hahn and his entire team for their tireless efforts in maintaining our buildings and grounds to such a high standard. We are also excited to see the new Jericho banners being installed throughout our campus, which will add a wonderful sense of pride and unity to our district. All of our units were busy this month with holiday planning and finalizing reflections. Cantia ran a successful food drive for Long Island Cares with a final weigh-in of 3,334 pounds. They continue this month with their toy drive as well. They will be having their holiday boutiques Wednesday and Thursday this week, as well as are looking forward to it being one of the largest fundraisers this year. Jeffrey Ratner and Robert Seaman held their first movie night of the year on December 5th, featuring a screening of Ice Age. It was a wonderful evening enjoyed by all. In addition, families participated in a successful dinner give-back with DD Dumplings last week. Jackson held his Career Day, featuring approximately 10 presenters. This month, Jackson PTA also subsidized 120 movie tickets at AMC Levittown, allowing families to see Wicked or Zootopia. For just $7, families were able to enjoy a movie along with a snack, making it a fun and affordable experience for all. The middle school winter boutique took place today and tomorrow, as well as a spirit sale taking place tomorrow. The Reflections program has concluded with approximately 40 submissions. Winners are currently being finalized and will be announced shortly, and the PTSA will be sponsoring a celebration for all participants in January. The high school continues to be busy planning for the senior party and hosting fundraisers to support senior scholarships. In addition, the high school and middle school are treating teachers, staff, and administrators to a special appreciation event tomorrow. With the theme, There's No Place Like Jericho, everyone will enjoy a Wicked-inspired celebration featuring a Defying Gravity popcorn bar and Glinda's Good Witch soda bar. SEPTA held a very successful Cookies and Canvas event on November 17th, where students created lanterns. Looking ahead, they will host its second annual chess night on January 12th at 6:30 p.m. at Jackson, and they are looking forward to seeing many of you there. Please be sure to mark your calendars for 2 important upcoming events: the College Majors Discussion, which will be held via Zoom on Tuesday, January 6th at 7 p.m., and the High School Information Night on Thursday, January 9th from 6 to 8 p.m. Both events will be extremely informative and beneficial to students and families. I would like to wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season. Thank you and good night.
Just, Mr. Mayor, one question. The banners that Mrs. Gingle talked about that are being hung around the campus, were those donated or
They were donated, yes.
were they donated by?
Was it the Jericho Educational Day?
Well, thank you to the Jericho Educational Foundation and Mrs. Gingle. Thank you for pointing that out to everybody. Appreciate that.
The board definitely accepted that donation.
No, I know, but I think it was I think it was like last year or something like that. It sounded familiar, but I didn't. Unless any of my colleagues have anything they wanted to add at this point, I turn it over to the superintendent. For the superintendent's report, we have a bunch of presentations, I think. I don't have any presentation. Slides.
Just slides, just slides. I like slides and they kind of wear, but. So on the agenda this evening, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes, is the organization chart. And I want to share the reasons why we do that. All right. So what is an organizational chart? Well, the organizational chart lists every title, not by person, but by position. And it's important to understand how many people work for us and where they all fit in. So that's why you create a chart like this and you distribute it so everyone understands certain things. Like, organization chart helps organizations design a clear structure. Organizational charts aid in the division of functions. Who's doing what? And an organizational chart defines relationships between employees and the groups. Why do they exist? Well, it enhances the coordination of who's reporting to who. Also helps when we have concerns or questions, who do you contact? Right, going back to the idea of chain of command. What areas do they present? Well, they present every category, whether it's a building or whether it's a district position. So if you're talking about buildings and grounds, well, who do they report to? Starting from the custodian all the way through. Where if a teacher reports to a principal, who reports to a curriculum or has a curriculum associated with them, and then assistant superintendent. It creates a level of accountability and what tasks need to be completed by whom. This is our organizational chart, and it's on the agenda this evening, and actually we're going to pull it because we had some questions regarding some of these crazy lines, but you can actually track your line to where they go. When I first got here, one of the things I asked for, and what most people ask for if they're in a new position, organizational charts, look at the policies, look at the conduct. Those are the important things, and job descriptions. And that's what we're trying to do here. We also talked about some of the administration and the Board of Education has had an opportunity to talk about strategic planning and setting goals. Those are the key components. But our organizational chart will be online after the next meeting. It will be posted and everyone can see who they report to whom. And that's it. Thank you. No, I'm going to do more slides. No more slides.
Just an announcement of the enrollment. So last year at this time, we had 3,308 students. We currently have 3,176 students. I'm going to pass it off to Victor, our Assistant Superintendent for Business, and I would say, I just want to wish everybody a happy holiday season, and be safe. Hopefully it's going to warm up a little bit, which it already is. But enjoy yourself. And take your time to relax and recharge your batteries because we have a lot of work to do, and it's fun, and it's exciting.
Okay, great. Tonight I'm going to provide a brief overview as we get into the budget season coming up in January, February, and March. We're going to do it from a macro level right now. I'm going to share things that I'm aware of as far as some of the costs. And I'm also going to share things that we don't know yet and time frame as far as when we will know those things. It might sound a little grinchy at times, so I apologize. Some of the starting off with the retirement system. So there's the teacher's retirement system for all professional certificated people, and there's the employees retirement system for all non-instructional staff. The employees retirement system is increasing at a good, a pretty significant amount. Consequently, the TRS, the teacher's retirement system, is lowering. And when you take both of those together for next year, it will be slightly lower budget to budget, which is good news. And for those two categories added together, it's about an $8 million expense. So after payroll and health insurance, that's probably the third largest singular item. So good news that that's in flat or slightly lower. Health insurance premiums, a little bit of a different story. So we got the premiums a couple of weeks ago, increases, and the health insurance works on a calendar year, so it's January to December. So whenever we're budgeting, we're not sure what the second half of the school year is going to be. We're making estimates at that point. So we got the increases, and overall, with all the different categories, the average for Jericho is going to be increasing at 9.5%. To spell that out a little as far as dollars, that budget line after payroll is the biggest budget line in the budget, totaling about $20 million. So a 9.5% increase is about $1.9 million increase. And just to put that in a little bit of perspective, that dollar amount, if that was the only thing that was increasing, that would affect the tax levy by about 1.6%, that number alone. So it is significant. Looking at staffing and enrollment, I know Jill brought up a good question earlier as far as the enrollment. The enrollment came in a little lower than what was originally budgeted. And the budget number for enrollment comes from the demographer on an annual basis, and they go out about 10 years. For the following year, we're always looking at it a little deeper as far as where our kids are right now, how they're going to move forward, etc. As of now, this year, the FTEs are probably within a couple of what we budgeted, a little bit lower. Looking into next year, if the enrollment trend is continuing, we could see some FTE reductions simply due to enrollment, pretty much across the board, a little bit at the elementary level, a little bit at the middle school level, and a little bit at the high school level. High school, again, is difficult to predict because enrollment may go up a little bit, down a little bit. It's always dependent on what the kids choose, the students choose as far as coursework, electives, etc. So that'll fluctuate. We won't know that until January, February, March. So again, staffing on the general ed side looks good. On the special education side, again, way too early because they have to go through all the CSE meetings. We're not seeing significant increases or decreases in special ed. It will remain somewhat flat, but probably one or two increases depending on the level. With the reduction, we have been looking at an elementary counselor at the elementary level. We've been talking about that the last couple of years. So we're hopeful we'll be able to add that in as we go through the process over the next few months. No guarantees, but that's our goal. Things we're not aware of at this point. As far as the tax cap formula, there's two major pieces associated with that. That's the CPI. We're pretty confident that it will be 2% because the CPI is higher than that, and it's either the CPI or 2%, whichever is lower. Another part of the tax cap formula is the tax-based growth factor, which we receive from the New York State Office of Real Property Taxes, usually mid-January. So once we receive that, that could be a potential addition to the 2% CPI. Last year, I think it was about 0.5%. So we're hoping there's growth in that area. Another area we don't know about right now is state aid. So the governor's proposal usually comes out the third week of January, and then the state legislators negotiate and hopefully come out with a final budget at some point in April. This will be an interesting year because there were federal cuts in Medicaid, and I know that's a big part of the state budget, and how is that going to trickle down to the education? We just don't know at this point. We'll have to see what the governor is thinking as we get into January. So as of now, that's what we have, some of the information, and our first official presentation is Thursday, January 29th.
Thank you very much. Just two quick things. The insurance numbers you're talking about are for the calendar year 26, correct?
Increases for calendar year '26, which is the second half of this year and the first half of, we'll know those for the first half of the following school year. And then next January, we're gonna be doing guesstimates.
Right. And you should tell people, even though the state aid may go down, we're still getting free lunch, so it's good.
We are getting freedom.
Do you have other things, Mr. Superintendent? Thank you very much, Dr. Kravitz. Thank you very much, Mr. Manuel. We now move on to the always exciting opportunity for the public to be heard. If you'd like to make a comment or ask a question, please approach the microphone. Tell us your name and if you're representing a specific group, your affiliation. If you'd like your statement to be included in our board minutes, you may send a written copy of your remarks to our district clerk, Victor Manuel, before leaving tonight. As always, public discussion on matters relating to staff and students during which their reputation, privacy, or right to due process, or those of others could in some way be violated is prohibited. Anyone? You're not gonna wait till the end now, Mr. Jin, are you? Okay. No one wants this? Well, I'm pleased to say this has become the most uneventful part of our meetings over the past 6 months. The five of us are so glad to know that we are doing such an amazing job. So with that, I will close the opportunity for the public to be, so if you come up with something, we are really easy with letting people speak. We shall now move on to the business portion, or the official business portion, but we have surprises left, so please, don't leave early. Recommended actions, recommended motion, be it resolved that the Board of Education make any necessary corrections and move the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting dated November 20th, 2025 and December 11th, 2025. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mrs. Vartanoff. Second. Thank you, Mr. Jin. Second. Discussion. Mrs. Citron, did you have comments or were your comments resolved?
I just wanted to know if you were gonna add your clarification that you needed at the last meeting to the.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember what they put in about my original statement into the minutes. Did they?
They put
They did?
word for word.
Okay, so in the minutes for December 11th, if you could just add, Mr. Perlman clarified that nothing he said at the November 20th meeting was meant to, what was?
We'll go back to the video.
What, go back to, yes, we'll go back to the video. Are we allowed to approve those minutes pending that approval from the video, Mr. Gusett? Thank you very much. Okay, we'll pull it from the minutes and we'll add that there are no issues. We are simply making improvements and looking at everything. There are no major things, right? All in favor of approving the minutes as amended? Thank you very much. Unfinished business, as always, we have none. We are way efficient. New business. Adoption of the calendar for the 26-27 school year. In this month's board, or this week's board pack, today's meeting's board pack, so now we have 2 a month, you did see a draft calendar. Actually, I apologize. Can I have a motion to discuss the draft calendar? Motion, thank you, Mrs. Vartanoff. Second, thank you, Mrs. Citron. Talking about the calendar, would you like me to do it, Julie? I always like to hear your voice. And no one wants to hear my voice.
Why, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So on this agenda, we have a calendar. There are some questions that we have regarding, comparable districts in our area, what dates they're taking, as well as one of our concerns that was brought to us was the AP exams. The traditional AP exams are given the first week of May. One of the things we look at and recognize that our school academic institution coming back to school, knowing that the first day back would be AP exams, is a little concerning. We are trying to figure out if we can get some information from the College Board regarding when those AP exams will be administered, and just in doing some research, it seems that within the next 30 days we will have some answers to that. So we recognize that, and we're just trying to make sure we are understanding of all of the holidays. When you look at the other districts in our area, we are taking both 2 Eids next year, and we are trying to consider every other holiday that we have been making sure that we are honoring that. So it's a timely process. In every district I have worked in, it seems to be one of the biggest highlights of the year to create this calendar. And we are taking everything into account and including, as I said, making sure all of our kids are taught well and by staff who are willing to come here knowing that they have responsibilities to their families as well. So we're looking at it all.
Yeah, so just to put numbers on it, really what Dr. Kravitz is referring to is on the draft calendar that was included in this month's or this week's agenda. The week of April 19th to the 23rd was scheduled to be the break. As Dr. Kravitz said, there are discussions, or we're looking at if we are able to move that later, given what some of the neighboring districts are doing. However, we are extremely concerned that if May 3rd is the first day of AP exams, we do not want to have our students out of school for a week and a half before some of them would be showing up to take an AP exam. So hopefully, as Dr. Kravitz says, we'll get some more information from College Board. AI tells us that we should be getting that sometime in late December or January. So hopefully we'll have it.
You
So
want
with
to table
that, sorry, yeah, I have a motion, or I guess, motion to table it. Thank you. Second, thank you. All in favor of tabling? 5-0, we're tabling. That's gonna be the word of the night. We then move on to the beautiful organization chart that Dr. Kravitz just presented. Recommended motion, be it resolved that the Board of Education adopts the organizational chart for the Jericho Union School District as shown in the attached. As you heard in Dr. Kravitz's presentation, we're gonna look to table that. Do I have a motion to table? Thank you. Second. Thank you, Mr. Citron. All in favor of tabling? We are tabled. Perfect. Thank you very much. As it is the season of giving, we are happy to have 4 donations on the agenda tonight. First, be resolved, we're going to do all 4 of these together. I will read them and we will thank everyone profusely at the end. Be resolved, the Board of Education accept a donation from the Jackson PTA in the amount of $1,205.75 to be used for the following BOCES Arts and Education Program at Jackson on December 1st, 2025, Journeys into American Indian Territories. Second donation that we're putting on here, be it resolved that the Board of Education accept a donation from the Middle School PTSA for guest speaker Dr. Dewey on January 14th, 2026 to present the following: understanding the consequences of addicted substances and behaviors on the adolescent brain. Next, be it resolved that the Board of Education accept a donation of chairs to the Jericho School District from the Frontier Behavioral Services LLC and request this contribution to be used to support the Cool Beans Lounge for students. Side note, Cool Beans has now expanded and moved into a new space. So if you haven't seen the new space, check it out. Finally, be it resolved that the Board of Education accept a donation from the JRRS, otherwise known as the Jeffrey Ratner Robert Seaman PTA, in the amount of $2,000 for the Limitless Learning LLC for the program Leader in Me to be presented to JRRS students on January 8th, 2026. So thank you to all those PTAs. Do I have a motion to accept all 4 donations? Thank you, Mrs. Citron. Second, thank you, Mrs. Vartanoff. Any discussion about who else wants to give profuse thanks to our various PTAs and Frontier Behavioral Services?
I just wanted to follow up on Sam's description of the new Cool Bean space. It's an actual classroom and there's like lounges and seating, so people can go and sit and actually hang out, and it's another new area where people can chill and relax and take a break, and it was very nice. I checked it out the other day.
Are all high school students, all grades allowed to hang out in the lounge? Are there restrictions? Does anyone know?
On free periods.
Yeah, but not.
Is it just high school or is it middle school also?
High school only,
Just high school.
and it's typically open later in the day. The hours are 10th and 11th period. On certain days,
Question, are we still selling candy to our students in Cool Beans?
No.
Yes.
Is that the official answer or is that the actual answer?
They promote decaf coffee predominantly, but there is caffeinated coffee there.
Again, thank you to all of our PTAs for all you do and all these contributions, and for these great programs. So thank you. Do I have a vote? All in favor of accepting the 4 donations? Thank you very much. Next piece of business. Whereas the Board of Whereas the Board of Whereas the Board of Education has the obligation to provide student teaching experiences in accordance with.
No, we have a SIOS.
I'm sorry, there's no result. Okay, I have the one right here. Okay, be resolved that the Jericho Board of Education approve the intermunicipal agreement dated December 18th between the Jericho Union Free School District and the Syosset Central School District for the inspection of, maintenance of, and repair to school buses and other district vehicles. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Dr. Balachandra. Second, Mrs. Citron, thank you. For clarity's sake, this is, Jericho provides these services to Syosset. I don't think Mr. Costello is here, but thank you, Mr. Oh, he's hiding behind the camera. Hello, thank you, Mr. Stone. Anything you want to add about this while we go? No, it's all good? He's a man of few words. Any comments? Did you want to say something, Mr. Oh, you grabbed the mic like you're eager. No problem. All in favor of allowing us to service Syosset? Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, next we have Jericho UFSD and Hofstra University Affiliation Agreement. Whereas the Board of Education has the obligation to provide student teaching experiences in accordance with, and Ms. Zhu would be jealous, 8 NYC RR some sign 80-11B37 and Part 8 of the Education Department Regulations of the Commissioner. And whereas the Board of Education expressly acknowledges the benefit received by a school district educator in the form of a stipend or academic voucher from a private university or college is an incidental benefit to the school district educator that furthers the proper public purposes of providing student teachers with the requisite opportunities for field observations and or supervised student teaching experiences. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby declares that the school district educators that supervise student teachers may receive the incidental benefit from a private university or college in the form of a stipend or academic voucher. Keep going? Oh, no. Do I have a motion? With 913? Is there another? I only have that one. You're usually right, so I defer. No? Do I have a motion? Second. Thank you, Mrs. Bartnoff. Thank you, Mrs. Citron. Any conversation, any discussion? What's that?
Is the union okay with this? What? Is the teachers union okay with
This is, just so we're clear, there are student teachers coming from Hofstra to assist our teachers in school here. So I
To
would,
answer your question, who gets the stipend?
Teacher.
The teachers here get a stipend. They're taking a student teacher. I'm a Hofstra.
Yes.
They usually get a credit, so something very minor.
Just curious.
please, we're looking for conversation. We've been missing you, Mr. Chaklo. We haven't had any conversation. Dr. Hartnett's been quiet, you've been quiet. Even Mrs. O'Connor's laughing here, so it's like anything. Great. All in favor? 5-0. Thank you very much. Next, recommended motion. Be it resolved pursuant to Education Law 913 that a tenured employee whose identity is known to the Board of Education is hereby directed to report for a psychiatric examination. In order to determine the capacity of such person to perform said employee's duties within the Jericho Union Free District, said examination will be conducted by Dr. Randall Solomon on a date to be determined by the Superintendent of Schools. Do I have a motion? Thank you, Mrs. Vartnoff. Second, thank you, Mrs. Citron. Any discussion? All in favor? 5. Thank you very much. We're not doing. Okay. Unless one of my colleagues objects, I would like to move Schedule I1 Treasurer's Report through Schedule U384 Children with Special Needs, in essence, the whole package in one motion. But as always, I am happy to break out any specific schedules that a board member wishes. Without any objection, do I have a motion to move Schedule I1 Treasurer's Report through Schedule U384?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Balachandra. Second. Thank you, Mr. Jin. Any discussion? As everyone will see in there, and I don't know if you could take 2 seconds, Mr. Manuel, there is an approval in there for several $1 million in capital improvement awards. These, I expect, that we just had some bidding the other day. These are all previously approved, budgeted, and coming out of capital reserves. 100%. All good. All in favor of approving all the schedules? Good. Moving on. This may go well, this may not go well. I really don't know. Last week, I falsely promised you that the administration would perform a dramatic reading of a Christmas carol. So I felt compelled to provide alternative entertainment. That's true, Mrs. Citron. I give you a visit from Sue Bob with apologies to either Clement Clark Moore or Henry Livingston Jr. History only knows Which one? Given there's a small crowd, I'm not gonna stand. Apologies to everyone in advance. I'm not singing, I don't sing, but as Ms. Sue said, tomorrow is Poetry Out Loud. This will be my my entry into Poetry Out Loud. Oh, look at the smoke on Soup Bob already. 'Twas the week before Christmas, and all the townspeople gathered to hear their board speak, though some felt they blathered. There was joy in the air and lots of merry to make, some quick business to tend to before a lengthy winter break. Long gone were the days when board members would fight, when their meetings would last late into the night, when no one would care who was right or who was wrong, as Jill and Sam argued over where commas belong. When Vivi and Jen would inject their own bit, when it was obvious to all the Jericho BOE was irreparably split. Then, from the distant wilds of New Jersey, there emerged a new chief. Soup Bob promised meetings in Jericho would be peaceful and brief. I will move you forward, Soup Bob's voice did call out, without any need to break kneecaps, threaten, or shout. Soup Bob didn't speak a word, but went straight to work. Strangely, ringing a bell on his desk was his primary quirk. Since Soup Bob's arrival, infrequently does this board clash. Many things that once caused problems disappeared like a flash. Such a big change, the difference cannot be denied. How was this great wish delivered by this one goateed guy? 6 months have passed quickly. There is still much left to get done. But Soup Bob keeps proclaiming, it's only day 171. Now tranquility fills the board as Jericho soars to new height. So, happy holidays to all, and to all a good night.
Go Sam.
Now I know, I'm sure others have something to add before we adjourn for the night. Anybody have any holiday wishes? No, holiday wishes, Everybody wishes everybody happy holiday.
Happy holiday, whatever you celebrate, be safe, be happy, be healthy with your families, enjoy the weather we're gonna be, and you back in January. In how many days?
Oh, I don't know. 171 is where I'm at.
I'm glad our math agrees. Mrs. Kriegstein would be proud of us. As all business on the public agenda for tonight's meeting is complete, I will ask for a motion to adjourn to executive session where we'll be talking about a personnel issue. We do not expect to take, or we know we will not take any further action this evening, so we will just come in here and adjourn. We're going to stop the recording when we do adjourn into executive session, and we're just going to come back here to adjourn the public meeting after that. Can we adjourn it from the other room, Mr. Goodsatter? We have to come back here to adjourn it. We will have the door open outside if anyone wants to hear us adjourn it. We will sit there and like Eliyahu, we will open the door. I know, wrong holiday, Dr. Kravitz, not trying to get you upset. And we will open the door and anyone who wants to see us adjourn the meeting can then come in. All in favor? I have a motion to adjourn to executive session. Thank you, Mrs. Vartanoff. Any second? Thank you, Mrs. Citron. All in favor? Happy holidays, folks.